Get your daily news fix from Newsworthy's latest edition, 26 March 2025, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more.
The editor of The Atlantic revealed that top officials from the Trump administration inadvertently sent him text messages containing U.S. secret war plans. These officials in the leaked chat had also criticized Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server. The White House has refuted the existence of war plans, although it was acknowledged that classified information related to Yemen was discussed in the Signal chat. Following the leak, the Pentagon issued a warning that the Signal app was being targeted by hackers. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz accepted full responsibility for the embarrassing Signal chat leak and referred to the Atlantic editor as scum.
The New York Times published an article titled "The Leaked Signal Chat," annotated. In this report, it was revealed that Trump's cabinet members referred to Europe as pathetic freeloaders in a shocking leak of text messages, which occurred when a journalist inadvertently joined the chat. Additionally, Trump attributed the situation to an unnamed lower-level staffer who had provided the reporter with Michael Waltz's contact information. Despite this, Trump expressed his support for his national security advisor after military plans were inadvertently shared on Signal. Meanwhile, Michael Waltz's use of emojis, a fist, a fire, and an American flag, in response to the Yemen strikes gained widespread attention and went viral. Furthermore, Ratcliffe mentioned that the Biden administration had approved Signal for communication purposes.
Scientists in the United States have put forth a new theory that questions a long-standing 60-year-old principle related to electricity, based on their findings with what they refer to as strange metals. Additionally, a CO2 laser has been developed that allows for the detection of radioactive materials over extended distances. Furthermore, the Blaze star is anticipated to undergo an explosion after an 80-year period of anticipation.
The People's Liberation Army of China is employing DeepSeek AI for tasks that are not directly related to combat. Following the success of DeepSeek, there have been remarks about China inundating the global market with AI models. According to the CEO of Mistral, AI is expected to influence the GDP of every nation by a significant margin, reaching double digits. In an effort to draw in new audiences, New York's longest-running play is now providing AI-driven live translations.
Trump has announced that any nation purchasing Venezuelan oil will be subjected to a 25% tariff. Additionally, it is reported that Trump is preparing to introduce a more limited package of tariffs in April compared to what was initially threatened, with Trump stating, "I may give a lot of countries breaks on reciprocal tariffs." Furthermore, the Trump administration has denied Mexico's request for water from the Colorado River, marking the first such rejection since 1944. Meanwhile, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is set to travel to Greenland on Friday to join his wife, amidst accusations from the Danish Prime Minister that the U.S. is exerting unacceptable pressure, as J.D. Vance confirms his participation in the Greenland visit.
Greenland has experienced an increase of more than 1,600 kilometers in its coastline as glaciers continue to recede. A study has found that birds in the Galapagos Islands are displaying increased aggression, a behavior attributed to the noise from traffic, which has led to what is being described as road rage. Companies producing power semiconductors are reducing their workforce and cutting back on expenses as the growth in electric vehicles, EVs, slows down, and Toyota has postponed its project to build a battery plant in Japan due to this deceleration in EV development. Disney's CEO, Bob Iger, revealed plans for a sequel to the beloved film Coco during a recent shareholder meeting. Meanwhile, Minecraft is set to introduce a significant graphical update in 2025, promising vibrant new visuals. Additionally, an original prop from the classic movie E.T. is scheduled to be auctioned at Sotheby's, with an estimated value of nearly $1 million. In other news, a fully operational Apple I computer fetched $375,000 at a recent auction.
In the United States, the Department of Defense has decided to terminate an HRIT project due to a significant budget overrun of 780% and numerous delays spanning several years. Additionally, it has been reported that a small Chinese drone has successfully reached the deepest point on Earth, surpassing the capabilities of the U.S. Navy. Furthermore, NASA has removed the reference to the first woman, person of color, from the Artemis website.
Hamdan Bulal, the co-director of No Other Land, has been released. According to Yuval Abraham, the Oscar-winning Palestinian filmmaker was recently assaulted by Israeli settlers and subsequently detained by the military. His colleagues claim the attack was a revenge for his film about the West Bank. Additionally, the University of Hong Kong has decided to cancel a talk by the head of the Anti-Defamation League following a petition. Meanwhile, U.S. embassies across Europe have issued warnings to visa applicants, advising them against promoting Hamas.
BMW anticipates a significant financial impact, with a projected €1 billion reduction in earnings due to rising tariffs. Meanwhile, Hyundai's steel plant is at the forefront of a substantial $21 billion investment in the United States, even as the threat of tariffs remains. In the electric vehicle sector, Chinese company BYD has surpassed Tesla, achieving annual sales exceeding $100 billion.
Lizzo is set to portray the legendary singer Rosetta Tharpe in an upcoming biopic produced by Amazon MGM Studios. Additionally, Jessica Chastain and Adam Driver are confirmed to star in the Apple series titled The Dealer. Furthermore, Mel Gibson's highly anticipated sequel to The Passion of the Christ is scheduled to begin filming summer of 2025 at the renowned Cinecittà Studios in Rome.
Women experiencing premenstrual syndrome seem to alleviate their symptoms through the use of placebos. Researchers caution that chewing gum can release microplastics into the oral cavity. During intense endurance exercise, your brain may begin to consume itself, according to scientific findings.
Agibot, a Chinese company specializing in humanoid robots, aims to produce the same number of units as Elon Musk's Optimus robot this year. Meanwhile, Alibaba has collaborated with BMW to create artificial intelligence technology specifically for automobiles in the Chinese market. Additionally, 1X, a company supported by OpenAI, is initiating in-home testing of its humanoid robot model Neo Gamma.
A Canadian national suspected of participating in the snowflake attacks has agreed to be extradited to the United States. Additionally, a significant vulnerability in Next.js has been discovered, enabling attackers to circumvent middleware authorization checks. In Malaysia, hackers have requested a ransom of $10 million to resolve a cyber attack on Malaysia Airports Holdings, but Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has firmly stated that there will be no payment of this amount.
A Malaysian minister's assertion that the YOLO attitude is contributing to the increase in HIV cases has been met with mockery. The deputy health minister recently stated that this mindset could be responsible for the rise in HIV infections. In a separate incident, a motorcyclist who vanished into a massive sinkhole in Seoul was discovered dead following an extensive overnight search. Additionally, China has implemented a ban on mandatory facial recognition and its application in private areas such as hotel rooms. The White House has indicated that the country's gold reserves might be utilized to acquire Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Moody's has issued a warning regarding the worsening situation of the United States public finances. In Florida, there is a discussion underway about potentially relaxing certain child labor regulations to address job vacancies left by undocumented immigrants. Additionally, in the United States, over 300 wealthy individuals have urged Congress to oppose granting tax breaks to the affluent.
Apple Music is now collaborating with music tools to enable DJs to craft mixes from its extensive music library. Infinite Reality has acquired the well-known music service Napster, transforming it into a social music platform that emphasizes active fan interaction over passive listening. This platform empowers artists to engage with, own, and monetize their relationships with fans. Additionally, Anthropic has secured an early victory in a music publisher's AI copyright case. 2 months prior, music publishers and Anthropic came to an agreement regarding the implementation of guardrails in a dispute over AI-generated song lyrics.
Crusoe Energy has decided to divest its Bitcoin mining division in order to concentrate on what it perceives as a significant opportunity in the field of artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, Nvidia is encountering potential challenges to its sales in China due to environmental restrictions imposed by Beijing. Additionally, the United States has placed over 50 Chinese companies on a blacklist as part of an effort to limit Beijing's advancements in artificial intelligence and chip technology.
Elon Musk and the Doge team are scheduled to have a conversation with Fox News' Brett Baier. Meanwhile, the University of Southern California has announced a hiring freeze and is implementing austerity measures due to financial difficulties and ongoing investigations related to Donald Trump. Additionally, law firms are declining to represent individuals opposing Trump following his recent attacks.
In 2024, the United States saw the highest number of new individuals with multi-million-dollar wealth. It has been reported that wealthy individuals in America are rushing to establish bank accounts in Switzerland due to concerns related to Donald Trump. In Europe, retail investors are engaging in a battle with hedge funds, reminiscent of the meme stock frenzy.
Former UFC champion Cain Velasquez has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for shooting a man who is accused of molesting a family member. Additionally, World Athletics plans to implement mandatory sex testing for female athletes in competitions. Furthermore, Sepp Blatter and Michel Platini have been cleared of charges in the FIFA corruption case for a second time.
According to Reuters, Apple is expected to avoid a fine from the European Union regarding browser options, as indicated by sources. Additionally, Reuters mentions that India has issued a tax demand of $601 million to Samsung for its telecom imports. Meanwhile, the New York Post reports that the European Union is planning to impose a fine of at least $1 billion on Meta for violating stringent antitrust regulations, according to sources.
A cryptocurrency bank supported by Donald Trump has entered the competitive stablecoin market by launching a new token that is pegged to the US dollar. Meanwhile, eToro has announced its intention to go public, revealing that its commission revenues increased by 46% over the past year. Additionally, GameStop plans to allocate a portion of its corporate funds to invest in Bitcoin, mirroring a strategy previously adopted by MicroStrategy.
Trump directed the FBI to release classified documents related to the Crossfire hurricane investigation into Russia. 5 years prior, an FBI agent involved in initiating the Russia probe claimed that Trump was compromised and suggested that the FBI considered whether Trump might be a Manchurian candidate elected, according to a new book by the former agent. Additionally, 5 years ago, the CIA informed President Obama about an allegation that Hillary Clinton fabricated the Trump-Russia scandal, as stated by the spy chief. Binance has temporarily taken an employee off duty due to suspicions that they illegally gained from insider knowledge. Ripple Labs has announced a resolution with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, agreeing to pay a decreased fine of $50 million. Trump Media has partnered with Crypto.com to introduce exchange-traded funds on the Truth.fi platform.
Sam Altman suggests that perhaps we require fewer software engineers, as becoming proficient with AI tools is now akin to the old adage of learning to code. Additionally, AlexNet, the pioneering AI model, has been made available in its source code form, allowing anyone to download it. Meanwhile, Joe Tsai from Alibaba has cautioned about a potential bubble forming in the expansion of AI data centers.
Maintaining a nutritious diet during middle age is associated with a healthier aging process. Researchers have documented the first ever sounds made by sharks. MIT has weighed in on the potential of ethically obtained, spare human bodies to transform the field of medicine. Trump issues executive order mandating proof of citizenship for voting in federal elections. India faces allegations of interference in Canada's Conservative Party leadership contest. In the United States, the number of F-1 visa rejections reaches a decade-long peak, with the country denying 41% of applications from international students.
Families of Israeli hostages have filed a lawsuit against Mahmoud Khalil and organizers at Columbia University, accusing them of acting as a propaganda arm for Hamas in New York City. Federal authorities have also charged Khalil with concealing his connections to UNRWA on his green card application, adding to the allegations against this anti-Israel activist. The lawsuit further claims that Columbia's pro-Hamas groups were aware of the October 7 atrocities in advance. Meanwhile, in Gaza, the streets are echoing with Hamas out slogans as Palestinians express their frustration with the ongoing war. Additionally, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has announced plans to reduce the United Nations aid presence in Gaza following the breakdown of the ceasefire.
States express concerns about the long-term financial implications of Musk's broadband satellites. A report indicates that almost half of Canadians have completely eliminated cable from their homes. The shift towards YouTube as the leading TV distributor in February is attributed to older viewers.
The ARC-AGI-2 benchmark has been introduced, revealing that pure large language models, LLMs, achieve a score of 0% on this benchmark, while public AI reasoning systems only manage to score in the single digits. In stark contrast, every single task within the ARC-AGI-2 has been successfully completed by at least 2 humans in less than 2 attempts. These tasks encompass areas such as symbolic interpretation, compositional reasoning, and contextual rule application. Additionally, METR has put forth a proposal to measure AI's ability to complete long tasks, highlighting that the length of tasks AI agents can handle is doubling approximately every 7 months. Furthermore, AI planning has become a central topic in South Korean political discourse.
Instagram is providing schools with a quicker method to remove students' posts. Prejudice against outsiders drives increased interaction on social media platforms. In response to a teen's suicide, Character.ai is offering parents information about their children's online activities. The Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to debut in June, with a strong focus on exclusive games developed by Nintendo. Following a series of distributed denial-of-service (DDoS) attacks, Blizzard has decided to reverse the deaths of players in hardcore WoW for the first occasion. Assassin's Creed Shadows has reached 2 million players, indicating it is on course to become the most successful installment in the series to date.
Researchers have discovered enormous organic molecules on Mars that date back to the time when life first emerged on Earth. Additionally, a SpaceX launch occurring over 4,000 miles away has been attributed to the appearance of a glowing spiral in the skies of the United Kingdom. Furthermore, China's space station is set to conduct research on the regeneration capabilities of planarians.
Louis DeJoy, the head of the USPS, has stepped down following a reported disagreement regarding DOJ's access to the mail system. Meanwhile, Reuters has disclosed that a secretive Chinese network is attempting to recruit former federal employees, as indicated by research findings. Additionally, DHS Secretary Noem has announced plans to eliminate FEMA, a target that has been on former President Trump's agenda for some time.
Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. For the period from Friday, March 14th to Thursday, March 20th, 2025, includes the following tracks: Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga, Evil J0RDN by Playboi Carti, Anxiety by Doekiai, and APT by Rose featuring Bruno Mars.
Top-selling digital games on Nintendo US as of March 24, 2025. Xenoblade Chronicles X, Definitive Edition, Overcooked 2, Hogwarts Legacy, and Minecraft.
Discover the most popular games on Steam. This list highlights the leading titles in terms of sales and player engagement worldwide, based on the top 100 revenue-generating products. Here are the standout games from Tuesday, March 11, 2025, to Tuesday, March 18, 2025. Counter-Strike 2, RAPO, Split Fiction, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. A widely used third-party GitHub action, known as TJ Actions/changed files, has been compromised. This incident is identified under the Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures (CVE) system as CVE 2025-30066. One more drop in the ocean of AI. NVIDIA's GR00TN12B, NVIDIA Isaac GR00TN1 stands as the pioneering open foundation model designed for generalized reasoning and skills in humanoid robots. This innovative model is capable of processing a variety of inputs, such as language and images, to execute manipulation tasks across a wide range of environments. The training of GR00TN1 involves a comprehensive humanoid dataset, which includes real-world captured data, synthetic data created using elements from the NVIDIA Isaac GR00T blueprint, like neural-generated trajectories, and vast amounts of internet-scale video data. Additionally, GR00TN1 can be further customized post-training to suit specific embodiments, tasks, and environments.